Good evening and welcome to Outlook Video, your nationally recognized award-winning news magazine for the LGBTQ community. I'm Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg.
And I'm Tom Smith. We start tonight's show with Gabrielle Antolovich in her interview with Jeremy Avila, current board member with Bay Area Municipal Elections Committee.
Jeremy Avila is a San Jose native, having lived here most of his life. He served as intern in Washington, D.C. for Senator Dianne Feinstein and for President Obama's Domestic Policy Council. For the past 5 years, Jeremy has served as prosecutor and trial lawyer in both Monterey and Santa Clara County District Attorney's offices.
Next up, we will have Roberta interviewing Nicole Altamirano of Silicon Valley Pride.
The Silicon Valley Pride Festival will be August 25th and 26th at the Plaza del Cesar Chavez in downtown San Jose.
Roberta and Eric Chong, Outlook video producer and videographer, covered the San Mateo Pride event and will be bringing us that, plus some of the interviews they did while they were there.
Yeah, lots of fun. Next up, we have Gabrielle Antolovich and Eric Chong, who covered the San Jose Earthquakes events honoring the LGBTQ Pride Month. Thousands of spectators cheered for LGBTQ Pride, and as it was on a very warm June night.
Welcome to Outlook Video. I'm Gabrielle Antolovich, and we have Jeremy Avila, who is an attorney and also on the BAYMEC board. And I want to say thank you so much for that press release from BAYMEC when the cake shop issue was decided upon, because everyone was calling me at the Billy DeFrank Center, when are you having the demonstration? I'm going, what? Haven't you read the BAYMEC press release? So why were people so hell-bent on having a demonstration? What really happened?
Well, Gabrielle, first let me say thank you for having me here and for letting us come on and, talk about this, because, I think the thing with this case is there was a lot of expectation around the Masterpiece Cakeshop case. The LGBTQ community really thought that this was maybe going to be our moment to get that final nail in the coffin and get a firm statement from the court about recognizing and respecting our rights and reaffirming and just cementing equal protection under law. And so because there was so much on the line, so to speak, and because people had so many expectations about what this case was going to be about, when the opinion came out and we didn't see necessarily what we wanted, I think a lot of people responded by assuming this is bad news or going to a place that thought we didn't win. And I think that was the first wave. And then when people started to read and, kind of figure out what the case really kind of boiled down to and what the Supreme Court said, that's when a lot of folks were able to walk away and realize, it maybe wasn't the win that we wanted, but it's a win nonetheless.
I know, and I have to admit, I felt that way initially, but I'm also glad I had something to read that I trusted. And BAYMEC as an organization is one that I have trusted for years. And so can you explain what was the twist in all of this?
Sure, absolutely. So, what the case really came down to, the deciding factor for the case was all about government not treating religious groups or religious practitioners fairly, government not employing a neutral approach to any kind of religious analysis. What the case, the bigger picture, what the case was trying to be about was freedom of speech. Essentially, this cake shop owner wanted to say, as a matter of speech, it's my right to say I'm not going to bake this cake for this couple because religiously I don't believe in that. But the Supreme Court didn't go that far. What the Supreme Court basically said was they looked at this very narrow set of facts from this case alone. And the Supreme Court didn't even get to the free speech issue. All the Supreme Court said was, you government, in this case talking to the state of Colorado, their Civil Rights Commission, you can't do to people what you did here. You cannot be unfair or approach religious folks in a non-neutral way. You can't direct animus to them when you are evaluating cases like this. And so what the Supreme Court did was find a very, safe, I think, escape hatch for them to say, this is how we're going to resolve this case in the most narrow way possible, and we'll save the bigger issue for another day, maybe a better case or a cleaner case.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're saying, well, you can't be anti-gay and you can't be anti-religious.
Right. In fact, one thing that the Supreme Court actually says very clear is they say it it's possible that maybe you can take certain positions because of religious or philosophical beliefs against same-sex marriage. But the Supreme Court never actually says that is protected. And one thing that the Supreme Court never really addressed in this case was the tension between equal protection rights of LGBTQ people and free exercise and free speech interests held by folks that are just trying to practice or live out their religion. I think a future case is really going to clearly address that. But for right now, what this case really told us is if you're going to have cases that are pitting these two rights against one another, it's not okay for the government to take a stand that is going to show any kind of animosity towards religion. They have to get a fair shake the same way that any other litigant or any other person would be entitled to in a court of law.
What's interesting to me is you're an attorney, and attorneys have such a clear way of looking at these issues. It fascinates me because, I'm an activist. I take a stand,
It doesn't feel all that clear, trust me.
But it's much clearer than so many people. So I actually appreciate you and all the people that have attorneys that are fighting all these issues in the clearest way possible.
Thank you. It's a struggle, and there are a lot of attorneys that are out there working for different organizations, nonprofits, government attorneys, folks at private law firms that are giving up their time to represent in a pro bono or at a discounted rate. There's a lot of combined effort nationwide to make sure that we're advancing the ball.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here and
Thank
explaining the cake shop issue.
Anytime.
Hi, I'm Roberta Gonzalez-Gregg, and with us tonight is Silicon Valley Pride Chief Operations Officer Nicole Altamirano. This is the second year she plans and oversees events for the Gay Pride celebrations. We look forward to hearing about new events and surprises for the community. Welcome, Nicole.
Thank you, Roberta. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
This is terrific. Now, the first year you planned a very lovely event, enjoyed by all. But this year you have about 3 or 4 new additions. Please tell us about them.
So this year our Pride Festival is going to be held on August 25th and 26th at Plaza de Cesar Chavez Park in San Jose. And we're going to have our popular nighttime festival on the 25th and our daytime festival with our parade on August 26th.
Now this is the same that happened last year, the same type of
It's the same.
events?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
However, there is a little bit excitement around the nighttime festival.
Okay.
Yes. So we are going to have our first ever Trans and Friends rally.
Hey.
So this is going to be held prior to our nighttime festival at the Plaza de Cesar Chavez Park.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is open our gates a little bit early at 4:30 and open it for people that want to attend the Trans and Friends rally.
Okay.
So part of our goal this year for Pride is to really include all of the LGBTQ community, which is sometimes underrepresented at Prides all over the Bay Area and all over, the country.
Yes.
So we want our trans brothers and sisters to come and feel welcomed. We're going to have some resource tables. We're going to have special guest speakers, some spoken word, and this is being organized by the trans leaders in our community.
Wow, this really shows very much that you're being inclusive of the whole community.
And another little special addition to that is if you come to the Trans and Friends rally, you could stay for the popular nighttime festival for free. So that's also a little incentive to come out and support our trans friends.
Very good, very good. Well, we'll have to look forward to that. But also, you have something coming up for us ladies.
Yes.
Tell us about this thing called Hey Girl.
So, well, hey girl, let me tell you.
All right.
So we have been hosting several ladies' nights. We had one in March. We had one just this past May, and we are also going to hold one in July 20th. It's going to be held at the Sofa Market, and this is going to be called Hey Girl Ladies Night. And we're going to have special guest speakers and games and some prizes. So we're gearing up for this brand new area that we are going to have at Silicon Valley Pride called Hey Girl.
Okay, now that would make me tend to think that this is a lesbian-only event.
So
can you tell me, be more specific about that?
So for all of our events, we are inclusive of everybody, but this is specifically geared towards women, and not just feminine women, not butch women, all types of women. So femmes, butches, trans women, males that identify as feminine. These are all what this area is geared for.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So everyone is welcome to come to these events.
Yes, everyone is welcomed, and then we are going to have a special area at Pride called Hey Girl. It's going to be a fenced-off area, the same concept. We're going to have predominantly female entertainment. We're going to have specialized booths that are going to, or vendors that are going to be there geared towards women. We're going to have something for everybody, for every woman in our community.
Okay, and will these people participating, will there be local artists?
So this is going to be our second stage, so apart from our main stage. And yes, we're looking at more local artists to be on the smaller stage, and women artists.
Yes, very, very good. Well, now you also said some surprises, so I don't want to give things away, but there's some things to look forward to.
There is a lot of stuff to look forward to. Silicon Valley Pride has definitely kicked up its game. Last year we were successful, but we just want to continue to build on that success and make every year bigger and better and greater. And I'm looking forward to this 2018 Silicon Valley Pride.
Will you also be going forward? Does your position as the Chief Operations Director, does that mean that you'll be doing it for many more years to come?
I hope so. I love it. When I was approached to become a part of Silicon Valley Pride, I was looking for some way to get involved in the community and to make a difference. And what a great way to do it with Pride, because
Terrific.
Pride isn't just one organization, it's all of the LGBTQ community coming together to celebrate who we are.
Well, thank you so very much for having the Silicon Valley Pride in capital letters. And
Yes.
Pride is a great thing to celebrate, and we're looking forward to this, and I can't imagine those surprises.
There's
I'm
a lot
looking
more to
forward to that too.
Yes.
So for all of those of you who would like to attend, those dates are again August the 25th and 26th. Where again?
Plaza de Cesar Chavez.
There you
Our
go.
nighttime festival on August 25th is from 6 to 11, but don't forget, if you come to the Trans and Friends rally prior to that, our gates open at 4:30 and you're able to stay for free.
You're a shoo-in.
And
Okay, terrific.
August 26th is our Sunday festival. We'll have the parade that starts at 10 coming down Market Street, ending at Plaza de Cesar Chavez, and that will kick off at noon.
Terrific. We look forward to that. This is great information. Thank you so much for being
Yes,
here.
it was
Thank
so
you
exciting.
so very
Yay.
much. There's also, they have a website at Silicon Valley Pride, so you certainly may take a look at their website and get more information as to what they have to offer. They're associated with the Billy DeFrank Center, which has lots of different activities and programs. Check it out. Thanks again for being with us.
Thank you, Roberta.
James Greer here tonight to perform the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early dawn, o'er the land of the
Welcome to Pride Night at the Earthquakes at the Avaya Stadium. It is a Saturday night that has been gayified. Even the heterosexual people are wearing their rainbow Sunglasses. The first 5,000 people got a pair of rainbow sunglasses, which is great. As you can hear, the game has already started, and it's a great time for everyone. You know, the whole point really is that soccer is not just for those people who are into sports. It's actually for us too, us LGBTQs. They are flying the LGBTQ flag, the rainbow flag. They have a resource fair of all the LGBTQ different organizations that could make it tonight. And people are absolutely having a great time. They even took out a giant rainbow flag onto the green. I was amazed the first time I saw that. This is only their third year doing it. And tonight, Council Member Dev Davis from San Jose City Council, she was here, and she is the council member for the Billy DeFrank LGBTQ Community Centers. So we're proud to have her here too. These are the sunglasses that they gave out to everyone. They're super gay.
Fargo 30 years ago. Wells Fargo is proud to stand together with the LGBTQ community now and promises to be there always.
You can get out there if you want.
Hunter 4, Silicon Valley Media Sports. Salt Lake City, Silicon Valley Pride. And Dick Wall, San Francisco Solid. Thanks once again. Please join me as these organizations for all the work they do in our community. Now, please welcome to the field the San Mateo Soccer League Arsenal. Playing tonight, with the game presented by Wells Fargo.
We love to get mail from you. Email us at comments@outlookvideo.org.
To contact us by phone, call 408-293-3040, extension 205.
Visit our website at outlookvideo.org.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/outlookvideo.
And connect with us at facebook.com/outlookvideo.
Eric Chong, behind the Outlook video camera, and I are here at the San Mateo Pride Center to test your memory. Does all of this look familiar? It was 1 year ago, Eric and I filmed the ribbon cutting ceremony, which opened the first LGBTQ center here in San Mateo. We're here today to celebrate the center's 1 year of queer birthday celebration. The mission of the San Mateo Pride Center is to create a welcoming, safe, and affirming community climate that fosters personal growth, health, and opportunities to thrive for individuals of all ages, sexual orientation, gender identities through education, counseling, advocacy, and support. Let's find out more about how the center has accomplished these worthy goals this past year.
Welcome to the one-year anniversary. I'm so excited to be your MC. My name is Pat Bohm, and I'm the Executive Director from the Daly City Partnership, a nonprofit up north in Daly City. And it's wonderful that we actually have here in San Mateo County our own center. Woohoo! Very good. So happy birthday, the San Mateo County Pride Center. So I was thinking back the other day about that great ceremony and the opening day, and at the time I was particularly struck by former Assembly Member Rich Gordon's remarks, because he grew up here in San Mateo, and he was a baby boomer like me, and as a gay youth, he never dreamed that we would have our own Pride Center in San Mateo, and the tears welled up in his eyes, and it was very emotional. And
today we celebrate, I think, all that's happened, the tremendous amount of good things that has happened in this center. All the people who have been able to come and benefit from the programs that have been offered. The wide array of people that have had a chance to visit and utilize the resources that are available. And I think we also celebrate the future. This is just the beginning. It's critical that we keep this center open, and I'm going to work with my colleagues on the board and do everything we can to make that happen. So a big congratulations.
And let me say that again. I am extremely proud to have the Pride Center right here in my own backyard. I just live a block down the street. I'm very happy to have the Pride Center here in our neighborhood. Thank you very much. Very briefly, I'm a native San Matean, and I was born in San Francisco, and I've grown up with the values of who we are here now today. And I believe that as the mayor of San Mateo, I represent all of the residents, all of the people, no matter who they are, no matter who they love, no matter how they identify. I believe in supporting for equity, for fairness, for everything that people need to be able to live here on our planet and share in love and in peace. So I brought this beautiful proclamation today to recognize the one-year anniversary of the Pride Center.
It was the creativity, passion, and love of our LGBTQ community that really brought the center to life. Together we have transformed this space into a home, into a thriving community hub, and a place for learning, healing, advocacy, and connection. From our intergenerational dinners to our LGBTQ affirming therapy services, to our educational trainings, to connecting folks with resources like employment and permanent housing, to launching our first and second annual queer proms, to the older adult oral history project, to our peer support groups and our social activities. What we have done here is truly unique. Amidst the current political climate, it is so important that the Pride Center exists and continues to exist. And we will continue to stand for equity, inclusion, justice until everyone's rights, everyone's dignity, and self-determination are fully realized. And in a world that often denies even our existence as trans and queer bodies, it is so important that we are here to reaffirm our humanity and the resilience of our beautiful and intersectional LGBTQ community. So thank you. And
I cannot believe that it's been 1 year, and I'll tell you, my heart soared when I saw this group here with your pride flags. Walking down, marching down El Camino. You made my heart soar. And this is why we have the Pride Center for everyone. And I just wanted to share that. You just made my abs. Yeah, you guys want to stand up so everyone can see you? Do you know that since we have opened our doors here, 2,000 people have walked and passed through that threshold. This place has been needed for so long, and I think we can all take a lot of pride in creating this space together, because it's all of us together creating this space. I want to thank you all for being here. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge a lot of important folks who've been part of this effort, because it's not just one agency, it's not just one person, it's a lot of us coming together to create this space. Without our partners, we could not do this. The dream wouldn't be possible. Thank you, Outlet, with Adolescent Counseling Services. Thank you, Daily City Partnership. Thank you, Peninsula Family Service. I see you over there. I thank you all for your partnership, your deep commitment, your passion, and your dedication. Together, we've achieved something truly remarkable. I also want to thank Behavioral Health and Recovery Services, and of course the county, everyone else who's been behind us. And I also want to give a shout out to the San Mateo Police Department. You are here. From day one.
That the center is here, let them know it's here for the services, and also that we need the support. It's about community, it's about talking about it, it's about sharing about the services and making sure that we're lifting everybody's voice and taking care of each other. And that's what I love about this community, and I always have, and I always will. I'm super proud to be a queer trans man in the peninsula right now, and especially because of this center. So thank you all for being here again. Thank you for really supporting the center. Thank you to the staff. Happy birthday, Jay, and happy Pride. We love Pride Month.
You can watch extended versions of our segments and archive past programs on Outlook Video's YouTube channel at youtube.com/OutlookVideo. And be sure to click on the subscribe button.
And friend us on Facebook at facebook.com/OutlookVideo. This program is made possible by generous donations from viewers like you and talented volunteers behind the camera whose names you'll see as we close.
For all of us here from Outlook Video, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're here with Yvonne Hernandez, who is with Star Vista. Please tell us what Star Vista does and what their association is with the San Mateo Pride Center.
Of course. So Star Vista has 31 programs. Star Vista does work with all ages and stages for connecting people to resources and services through San Mateo County, from youth to older adults, providing housing, providing economic assistance, and different programs such as that. So.
You said from youth to older adults, so that's seniors as well?
Yes.
Because I resemble that remark.
Yes, indeed, yes.
And it's funny, my colleague and I were talking about how difficult it is for seniors especially to get good housing on limited incomes. Do you assist in that type of work?
My job is specifically related to the development of the San Mateo County Pride Center.
Okay.
So I'm lucky where I get to work in collaboration with a well-established nonprofit, Star Vista, who has been around since 1976.
Okay.
And the center is for the community, by the community.
Okay. Terrific. Well, thank you for being part of that community, for sharing what Star Vista does with the San Mateo County Pride Center. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Roberta. Thank you.